What's going on YouTube? I'm Alec DeLelio, and tonight I'm going to be showing y'all how to play Good News by Mac Miller, which is, of course, the lead single from his posthumous album, Circles, dropping next week. Good News, I think, is a really beautiful song, and in so many ways, it's a classic Mac Miller song. I've been really listening to it so much the last couple days. I watched the video like dozens of times, and I'm really excited not only to be playing the song myself, but to be showing y'all how to play the song too, because I think it's a lot of fun to do stripped down. Before I get into the lesson though, I've been getting a lot of questions lately about my original music and how I actually distribute it, and I just wanted to address that real quick for all of you music producers, songwriters, artists, bands who might be watching this, and just let y'all know how I go through that process. Basically, I use DistroKid to distribute my music. I think it's one of the oldest platforms for independent artists, and also has to be the most affordable. I pay $19.99 a year for DistroKid, which comes out to like, I don't know, $1.50, $1.75 a month. And what that gives you is, you know, you're able to upload unlimited music to DistroKid, and then DistroKid sends it all to Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Tidal, you name it. There's a bunch of platforms that my music is on through DistroKid that I'd never even heard of. And yeah, it's just super easy to use, super affordable, and it pays for itself. I mean, I only got like 6,000 streams my first year having my music on platforms, and I made $30 from that. And yeah, it just offsets the cost real quick. I know a lot of people, I have a lot of friends who exclusively release their music on SoundCloud, and I'm by no means bashing SoundCloud. I love SoundCloud, but why not, you know, take that next step to get your music heard by more people, is my opinion. But anyway, I'm going to be putting a little sign up link in the description of this video. Feel free to use it to sign up, because that'll get you 7% off. Anyway, to the lesson. First, before we get into it, I'm going to just play through the chords to show y'all how it sounds, and then I'll go over them one by one. They'll each be tabbed out in the description of this video as well. And I hope that you enjoy playing the song. Good news, good news, good news, that's all they want to hear. Nah, they don't like it when I'm down, but when I'm flying, it makes them so uncomfortable, so different. What's the difference? I ain't that bad. Yeah, you get the gist. So basically, like I said, I'm going to go through the chords one by one. To start off, we have an E major 7. I play this up here with the root note on the A string, 7th fret of the A string. And then you have this shape, you know, right underneath it. We've got the 9th fret on the D, 8th fret on the G string, and that's with your middle finger. And then pinky here on the 9th fret, stacked right below your ring finger, so they're on the same fret. That's 7, 9, 8, 9. I'm sure you could just play a normal E chord and it would also work. I think this sounds better personally, but yeah, I mean a normal E down here. Open E, 2nd fret on the A and the D, 1st fret on the G string. That would work too. But anyway, I do it like this. In the 2nd chord, you just drop down. So as I said, you start out on the 7th fret of the A string for that E major 7. And then for the 2nd chord, you drop down to the 7th fret of the low E string. So, and this is just a standard B major bar chord. So 7th fret on the low E, and then you're gonna have the 9th fret here on both the A and the D string. That's your standard power chord shape. And you're going to drop your middle finger to the 8th fret on the G string. And that's kind of a transition chord, transitioning into the 3rd chord. So it's... And this this third chord here is a C sharp minor 7. And this one, I love minor 7 chords. They're pretty easy to play once you get the hang of actually like doing bar chords. And they have a great sound. I use them all the time. So you're gonna bar the 9th fret with your index finger here. And you're gonna throw your ring finger on the 11th fret of the A string. And that sounds like this. So all together then, that's... Going into the 4th chord, which is just an A major. And that's actually the same, I use the same exact shape as the 2nd chord. So remember, we did this, E major 7, down to the B. And then after you go up to that, the minor 7, you slide down, and it's the same shape that you just used before for the B. So it's 5th fret on the low E string, 7th fret on the A and the D strings, and your middle finger drops to the 6th fret on the G string. Very standard chord shape. And you're going to play that for a little while. So that's... down, A, and then there's just 2 more chords, and that's the whole song. So the last 2 chords are a C minor 7, and I know we just played this up here was a C minor 7, but I play this other C minor 7, I play it in a different shape. Don't mean to complicate things, but I think it sounds better, so I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you that shape as well. So the root note is C sharp, which is the 4th fret on the A string here, 6th fret on the D string, 4th fret on the G string, and that's you're going to bar it. So you have those 2 covered. So you're barring it 4, 6, 4. And then you're going to use your middle finger to get the 5th fret on the B string. So, and then finally, I actually don't know exactly what this final chord is. I believe it's a diminished or half diminished chord of some sort, but it's like this. So. I think it sounds really cool. I'm not 100% sure that that's the chord that's used in the song, but it sounds pretty good to me. And it is a pretty natural transition out of this shape into that shape, relatively speaking. So that chord is going to be, you're going to have your ring finger here on the 5th fret of the D, middle finger on the 4th fret of the G string, pinky on the 5th fret of the B string, and then your index finger is going to be up here on the high E on the 3rd fret. So that's... And again, that's also a bit of a transition chord, so you only play it for like a couple beats. So that's it. I mean, that's the song. You can vary the strumming pattern throughout the song if you'd like to, keep things interesting. That's what I did. There's a lot going on in the studio version of the song. Some awesome bass lines, all kinds of cool production happening. And so in order to kind of keep things interesting, I varied the strumming pattern a bit. So of course you can do just the 8th note that's kind of staccato. But you can also do... Good news, that's all they want to hear. You can mix it up. I also had, I'm gonna go over as well the pentatonic scale that you can use to improvise over these chords. I added a couple riffs that I just improvised at the end of my cover, and someone commented asking for me to go over that, so I will now. And that's a C sharp minor pentatonic scale here. So the 9th fret on every string is going to be used here. So it's 9, 12 on the low E, 9, 11 on the A, D, and G. So. Oh, yeah. And then 9 to 12 on the B and high E strings. And there's just so much that can be done in the pentatonic scale that I just don't have time to go over right now. But have fun with it. You can do... there's just endless opportunity there. So play around with that. You know, have some fun with the song. I hope you enjoy playing it as much as I've enjoyed playing it. And of course, if you have any requests for future guitar lessons, covers, anything of that nature, feel free to let me know in the comment section below.